Drought is altering the landscape of our country. Many regions are reconsidering the way they use water and where it goes once it's been used by humans. Once dry and desolate, this riverbed has been given new life.
The idea of bringing water back to the Santa Cruz River for Tucsonans has been around for about 100 years. That's when the Santa Cruz River stopped flowing because of overpumping of the aquifer here in Tucson for the agriculture that was going on in the early 1900s.
Here in the desert, every drop of water counts.
South of where we're standing, this is what the Santa Cruz looked like coming through Tucson. It's dry, it's been like that since the 1920s, almost continuously. It only responds for rain. If you want to see abundant life in the desert, just add water, and it's amazing what happens after that.
So that's what Tucson Water did back in 2019.
This is highly treated effluent from our regional wastewater treatment plant. Our daily flow right now is about 1,500 gallons per minute. We had more than 400 people at about 110 degrees down in this riverbed when we turned this outfall on.
The recycled water runs 24/7 into where the Santa Cruz River used to run, attracting people above and wildlife below.
Just about every desert creature you can think of you see down here.
It's the sounds of this ecosystem that show the success of the project. Keeping track of the biodiversity here is part of researcher Michael Bogan's job.
This is basically how we collect it from the river. So we need to preserve them in ethanol and then bring them back to the lab.
Michael says he noticed wildlife return right after the water was turned on.
I immediately noticed dragonflies who had obviously flown in from some other water body somewhere in Tucson, golf course pond, something like that. Flown in, and not only had they found this brand new water that was only a few hours old, but they were already mating and laying eggs in the water. And so to me, that was like seeing the birth of an ecosystem.
So his team, along with other groups, are keeping track of the species coming in.
In most places, because of either drought, climate change, or because of human water withdrawals from dams or diversions, most places are drying up. And so most of what we study is, like I said, what happens when the water goes away. This is totally the opposite. It's a relatively small amount of water, and yet it has a huge positive impact.
John Kamik says the project shows how to use water in a sustainable way to bring life back to the area for wildlife and people.
We see it as one of many, so we're looking at other opportunities.
We've done a lot of damage to the ecosystems, and so this is an example of trying to undo some of that damage.
I'm Chloe Nordquist, reporting.